Okay, so at least that gives the buyer an out. Yeah, because I mean, they're it looks like they're renting right now under market value, and they could be renting for a lot more. The monthly payment on a property like that is going to be extremely low. So the angle for an investor would be to get in there and probably kick the tenant out. Like if the tenant can be kicked out and they're only paying $400 a month, and it could be renting for like $800 or $900 a month or 700. I mean, like, of course, an investor is going to do that. So make sure that that's possible. And is there rent being subsidized? Are there any other rules other than the 60-day thing that like?
No, it's not being subsidized.
Okay. So then in that case, it doesn't. I haven't looked into it a whole lot, but population's good. 55,000 is not bad. It's in a good rental market. It seems like there's a lot of rental comps. I mean, you're getting it at a really cheap price. You just need to check the interior, because the big thing that's going to make this deal fail is if the interior is totally fucked.
So if I would you recommend walking it or just requesting pictures? Because I have a contractor who lives like 2 hours away that I was going to send over there to look at it.
Yeah. No. Don't do that. Don't waste your time with that. Pictures. Get pictures. And quite frankly, if the rehab on this property is like over 15K, it's probably not a deal, because then the cash on cash return is going to be complete dog crap for the investor. Like it's a really tiny amount of rent. So, I mean, you need the rehab to be next to nothing. Just looking at the outside, it looks pretty tattered up. So I just get pictures. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and kick you off. Richard's in here. Richard, this dude, Major, right here, has a duplex in Detroit. I'm
unmuted, so I'm back.
I figured you might want to take a look at it, so I'm going to leave him with you, and you guys can talk about it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm ready to take over. I'm ready to take over, guys. Okay. Welcome, YouTube. Where is Mr. Riley Kelly and Canderson? Is there a Canderson and Riley Kelly? Canderson, you are here. You were supposed to come up today. Of course, Yusuf, you had more deals to show me. I just was unable to look. Richard, have a potential deal. Bring me up. Okay. And then I also had, good job, Syed. I also had Riley Kelly. Are you on stage, Mr. Riley Kelly? Riley Kelly. Where he at? Can we be friends? Yeah, bro. Riley Kelly. Come up for your deal. Okay. All right. Gosh, where's my energy? Where is it? Gotta find it. It'll come back just like yesterday, guys. I started out slow, and oh my God, what a day yesterday was. What a day. So getting started, jumping right back into yesterday. We have a lot of man, we got a lot of. Can I come up for a 5-unit? Yes. I just have to see what my follow-ups are. So really quickly, let me just jump into a couple phone calls here. There really won't be too many. I've got a triplex that I'm in a bidding war for, with the bad side of a bidding war. And then I have, God, my computer is doing such a strange thing right now. Tabs, there they are. Okay, here's the triplex. Riley Kelly's coming later. Yes. Do I need you? Don't need you. I guess I do need to look at that. Don't need that. That's my live stream. Okay. So I'll share my screen, and I'm just going to jump into a couple things I've been working on recently. So I didn't tell you guys about this, but I am after a triplex. Oh yeah, goodbye. I got you. Why can't I share my screen? Share screen unavailable. What? What? Hold up. Guys, I have to end this. I'm sorry. It's not letting me share my screen. It's because Chris started this live stream, not me. I've got to end this and restart it. Guys, we're going to restart the live stream. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't. There we go. Now who is here? Canderson was up and we had so goodbye and Canderson. Where's Canderson? At Canderson. Got you locked in. Okay. And I don't know who else was on stage, but you guys can also come back up. All right. So jumping back into where we were yesterday, I was working on a couple different deals here. Such a weird thing my computer's decided to do today. That is so strange. So I've got another tab open, but I can't access it unless I press this button. That's very weird. Okay. Well, let me share my screen on this thing in Detroit that I'm calling on. It's not really a wholesale deal because, and then there it does it again. This is the weird thing I'm experiencing, guys. I'm trying to swipe to my next tab. I have another tab right here. I know I do, but it won't let me go there, and I can't go the other way too. So I have to press this button on my computer and click that, which is very strange. That's not normally how it goes. I'm interested in this triplex. I think it's a good one. It might be another flip for me, and I've been trying to talk to the realtor about it. I submitted him an offer at 75,000. I think your ARV is 160 or above because it's a triplex. Let's give him a call. Oh, that's his brokerage. I forget. So a lot of the time, these Zillow listings, guys, they won't have a realtor's phone number on them. This is actually the brokerage phone number. Maybe he's in my contacts. Tyler Street. No. So how do we find him? Well, look up his name, followed by the location, Detroit Realtor. And then I should be able to find, yep, there's his cell. And then I should just be able to give him a call. Now this is a potential flip. So I'm buying this potential flip at 75. If you wanted to make money, you'd get it at 70. And then we'd pay you a $5,000 finder's fee. Let's go ahead and give him a call.
Good afternoon, Rich Childs.
Hey, Richard, it's Richard. We were talking about the you had your triplex that a lot of people are interested in. There's a lot of offers on that one at full ask for an FHA with some sort of renovation loan. I was the one who was willing to waive the inspection. I'm not sure if that already went under contract. Is that still available?
It's still available. I've been trying to get additional information out of the gal that had the full price. They sent a PA, but they sent a pre-approval. It said it was a straight FHA. And I said, that's not going to fly. We're not doing a regular FHA. So
yeah, they won't lend on a distressed house like this.
No, they'll do a 203K on it. But, if she's not got that going, a regular FHA, that's just stupid. Don't even bring me the paper.
Yeah, you better be a contractor getting an FHA loan if you're doing this. Because, my team is going to probably put 35 into this thing. So yeah, I've got 3 other projects like this going on in Detroit. I've never fallen out of contract, and I'm willing to buy this one with no inspection period. I'm going to have my contractor walk tomorrow. Did the seller put eyes on that $75,000 offer I'd sent?
I'm sorry?
Did the seller ever get to see the $75,000 verbal offer I'd made?
Yes.
And what do they think about that?
He still has asked me to see what more I can get.
Sure.
This other one with the FHA. So, I sent stuff over to him today. Haven't heard anything back. So.
Okay. Well, I'm still very, very interested. My contractor's available to walk tomorrow. I'm going to get him in first thing in the morning. And then I'll know a little bit more about the condition. Is that hole you see in the ceiling, is that a leak from the roof?
It sounds like it from one other party that was in there. Okay. When I was over there, I didn't see anything. He claims when he stood in there, he could see light through. I looked around and didn't, but obviously I'm not climbing on a roof. But with a ladder, I would, but wasn't over there with one. So
Interesting.
it was just weird because there's a pile of stuff on the floor all swept into a heap that didn't appear wet. It just looked like a chunk fell. And I've owned a couple houses this vintage, and I mean, it's odd because you just can't tell without getting up there. You got to do more inspection and find out what it is. I had one that a 12 by 12 piece of plaster fell. We had a house built in the mid 1880s, and I was lucky nobody was in the bedroom at the time because it probably would have killed somebody.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and get my contractor in there tomorrow. He'll know a little bit more about what the scope of work is looking like. And then I'll get you guys a definitive no inspection EMD day one offer.
Cool.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I'll just schedule that tomorrow and we'll talk then.
Alrighty. Thanks much.
Bye-bye. Okay. Now I'm not a contractor, guys. I don't really know what this entails. I think a lot of people think I might understand how to do flip work because I flip houses. I don't. I don't know about any of this stuff, and you don't need to. That's what other people are for. One of the most surprising things in business that I've encountered is it really isn't what you know, it's who you know. And that's such a corny, like, oh, I'm sure. But like, I don't know how to close a trust deal. I don't know how to flip a house. I don't know how to do title work. I don't know how to do any of this stuff, guys. I just know people who do it for me. I've specialized in one thing, and it's getting realtors to trust me on the phone. That's all I do. And I make videos. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to send this to my contractor and I'll be like, hey man, can you walk tomorrow? And then also, what is this? What is that thing that we're looking at here? That hole in the ceiling.
Hello.
Hey, Chris, I got something interesting here. It's a triplex, and I was wondering if you could look at a picture and tell me what you think that is. I think it's the one that I sent you to walk tomorrow. I don't know if you're still available for that. There's a scroll to the last photo, and it could be a big one and it could be a small one. I don't really know. I don't really know if this is a big job or a small job or a medium. It's definitely not a small job, but as I look, given that it's a triplex, we can sell it for significantly higher, maybe 165 even, and if I list it on the market, probably closer to 190. So there's a photo in the back, and you'll on the last section of photos, you'll see there's a hole in the ceiling, and I don't know what the hole in the ceiling is. I'm thinking there was a leak in the roof, but there's no water on the floor, so I'm not really sure.
Definitely probably a leak or yeah.
You think this is too big of a job, or is this something you might be willing to take on?
It don't look like water damage though, because it's not like the rest of the ceiling looks like good. Usually you get some buckling and you kind of
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. That's why I called you, because I wondered if you'd ever seen ceiling fall down not from water damage.
I'm trying to look into the roof. You can't. There's no picture of the roof on here.
It probably needs a new roof. It definitely needs a new roof. I can see the roof in the front photo. It's smooth as hell.
No, repairing that's not a big job. That's nothing.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to see if I can get this thing. I think, I mean, I don't know what the rehab will be. Maybe like 30, 35, 40. But it's a triplex. And then there's one other weird photo I wanted you to look at that's kind of scaring me. And it's
Electrical.
yeah, that shit in the basement. You see all those wires?
Yeah. So what that is the old I probably need to see that one. But I just need to get converted over to a breaker box. We can do that. That's not hard.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it's not hard, but it's something that definitely could be done. I do want to see this knob and tube throughout, which it doesn't look like it. It just looked like it's ran off an old fuse panel. Those are old fuses before they converted to breaker boxes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this thing. I guess, are you available to walk tomorrow?
Is this the one that you sent?
Yeah, it is the one I sent you.
that I said was 30 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
I don't think Bree got back to me on the time.
I
said
think
could.
I think Bree texted me. Hold up. Bree. I can make Wednesday work, she says.
Yeah, she never texted me a time, but we can yeah. So I just need the time. Yeah, that's the same one.
Yeah, I guess the realtor has to let you in. Yeah. But okay, cool. This is something that I'm considering. It's just kind of dependent on your walkthrough and how that goes. I don't know how it will go.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Okay.
That's a big house.
Is
All
it
right.
2600? Yeah. Triplex though. Triplex, so exciting.
Okay, I'll walk into tomorrow, see some videos, let you know what I think.
Okay, perfect. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Okay. What's going on in the TikTok comments right now? I don't even know. Okay. Well, so that's one that I'm looking at here. Very rare property, triplex. Never really see triplexes. Super, super rare type of property. Oh, my water. Hey, let me get my water, guys. I forgot my water. One sec. You know, I might just have one or two more calls and then I'm yours for questions, guys. Okay. So, one or two more calls. By the way, I think my screen share is going to be bugging. And then my camera's off too. Is that really going on Discord? Yeah. Just a sec, guys. Just a sec. Come on, camera. Come on. We're going to turn back on, aren't we? Is that going to come back on? Okay, there we go. Yeah, Brennan, I got you. Don't worry. I'll do hours today on questions. So that's a cash deal. And then I had one more deal. Let me share my screen on the other tab. Share screen here. And then what was my other deal, guys? I had one more I had maybe two more to follow up on here. Anthros chair for the win. Is that the brand on this chair? It's like one of those sciatic back pain chairs. This thing is such a good chair. I'm a big fan. I don't really know what brand it is. Okay. So the San Diego condo's under contract. Harry backed out, but I got two more buyers walking it, which is exciting. So I got two more buyers walking that San Diego deal, which is pretty dope. And then I have another deal here. It is this Davenport deal. You know, I've been following up on this for a while. Realtor lost contact with me, but the way that you win deals is you just keep calling them. You call them when nobody else calls them, and eventually you get a yes. So here's a $4,000 mortgage takeover for a quadplex. Why not keep SD for myself? It doesn't cash flow and it's a condo. It is only for somebody to live in. And I'm not moving to a condo in San Diego. Sorry about that. Man, he's not picking up. No worry. Oh, Fidel's friend. I'm on your live, but I'll try to. Is he in there? Okay, and then I have one more person to bring up here, I see as well. So he didn't respond. Any word? I made an offer to take over your client's loan on this property. Hopefully you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Discord, is it sharing on this property in Iowa? Is that sharing on that house in Iowa? Yeah? Okay, cool. I've got a weird tab situation going on right now. So I made an offer to take over your client's loan, and pay your commission. You said they might take it. Is that no longer the case? Oh, I just got the leases for Sargent Street. Sargent Street is pending inspection, $13,000 assignment fee. Where are my leases? Here they are. Leases for Sargent Street. Boom. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, I'm going to forward this to Shell. And should I take some screenshots just in case? No, I'll download them. We got lease 1. We got lease 2. That's great news. I'll just send them to her. Shell. Leases for Sargent Street triplex. That's my deal in Connecticut with one of our students. I forget if it's Marquise or Sammy or Jose, or it's one of those people who's been coming up here. Okay, those leases are with her now. Remember to get your leases in place. Thanks. And then Fidel's buddy to bring up, Jay Stacco. Jay Stacco, are you here? Jay Stacco, got you right here. Come on up, man. Fidel told me to bring you up, so I got you locked in there. I've got one more call. Brought him up. Oh, I just heard back from the Davenport deal, guys. Davenport deal says that they're interested and that they're just waiting to hear back from the seller, but they're interested. So that's locked in. I have Yusuf's call. For what was that? It's House Finch, right, Yusuf? House Finch?
Yeah, the House Finch one in Leander.
Yeah.
Did you sign the contract yesterday?
Understood. I need to correct an item, then sending it over again to seller, trying to do the he says I need to correct an item, then sending it again to seller, trying to do the least amount of work on vacation. No worries if not, but do you think we'll get it today? And I'm kind of tempted to start the marketing process early on this. I'm kind of tempted to have my team. I am tempted to have my team do it. We'll see. I also don't want to pre-market it and then have them see that, but they've already agreed to let me wholesale it. So, all right. Do I have anything else here? Riley Kelly's mobile home park. This is your deal, not my deal. Joseph's buying that for $80,000. That's good to see. I had an agent text me back and say that they weren't interested in my offer, but I had. I need to call this guy back. Remember that guy from yesterday? He was the Broadway deal. Who was that? OB3? He took it off the market. So we're solely working with him. Broadway. Yeah, there's Matthew with Broadway Street. Here we go.
You've reached Matthew Wiley. Please leave.
Texting him. Following up on my 470,000, 60K down, 5% interest offer for Broadway. He's actually not a bad guy. He's kind of a good guy. We kind of butt heads for a second, but he's a good guy. So every day, guys, your wholesale business needs to start out with follow-up. That's done. Carrick Stone. That's a mortgage takeover follow-up, $0 down house. And then I aim to do a couple new calls. Call you back at doctor's appointment. Okay, here we go. Calling Carrick Stone seller. This is truly a free house. The seller would be paying closing costs. Okay, no response there. Patrick, Sargent Street, and Shell are going to be connected. Hey, Shell, this is the listing agent for Sargent Street. They're asking about 3:30 EST. Will that work for our inspector? Okay. No response on this here, on Carrick Stone. Following up on Carrick Stone deal. No response there. Moving through this quickly, guys. Moving through it quickly. It's kind of nice when I don't get responses. I have to call Jason Ellis to find out if Mr. Jason Ellis will be purchasing our mobile home park that we have under verbal acceptance on. You can work for me by being a deal finder for my team. That's via the link in my bio. First link in my bio teaches you what we're looking for. I don't know if Jason's available right now. Okay. Oh, Jason's in the chat. Is he? What made you want to jump into the San Diego market with a condo? Nothing. It just got submitted to me and I saw money. Somebody just sent it to me and I was like, I can move that. I've got a ton of friends in San Diego. I can move that. As soon as the Carrick Stone seller said he had to talk to his wife, he drug it out. Well, you know, he's been okay. He's been okay. He was at a doctor's appointment yesterday. It's just part of the business, guys. That's just how it goes. Do I have anything else to do? I might start a new ball rolling. I might get a new ball rolling here. What else do I have? Don't I have something else in the works here? Come on, I thought I had something else in the works. Oh, yeah. South 5th Street, Austin, Texas. Okay, I don't think this guy wants to do this deal with me, but I'm going to ask. This is a potential equity carry method. They want a down payment that's way too high, but the rest of their terms are pretty good. I'm pitching them like a 300. What is 170 times 3? 170 times 3 is 510. That's kind of a lot, but we could do it. Big apartment complex. Ah, nobody's answering today. I get it, man. I get it. I'm tired too. All right, let's see if we can rip a couple seller finance deals, guys. Come on. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to see if I can do one from scratch here, guys. That's what's hard. You got the follow-ups. The follow-ups are fine, but I want to see if I can do one from scratch. So let's go to Zillow and let's see what we can see. Zillow.com. And where should we look for deals? I mean, this is in Dallas, Texas here. I think this one's pretty good, guys. What do they owe on this? This guy's in Dallas, Texas. Can you guys see my screen? I'm going to share my screen. Is my screen shared on PropStream right now? Yes or no? Is the screen on PropStream? Yes. Okay, cool. You can see my screen. Good. Okay, so this guy owes for 500,000. He's got an asking price of I think $1 million on this. This would be a hybrid. We got a guy in the chat who says he's struggling to do a hybrid deal right now. This is a hybrid. Now, I happen to know that one of their units is vacant. I can see it for rent on Zillow right now. So one thing, the reason that I'm interested in this, guys, is check this out. You guys want to know why I've identified this deal? This is why I've identified this deal. I actually showed somebody on my one-on-one today. I did a one-on-one with somebody, and they were asking me what makes a good seller finance deal a deal, and I found this one, and I'll tell you why I think it's a good one. So, first things first, it's a quadplex. It's a 4-unit, and it's been here for 3 months. Second thing second, I wanted to see what they were renting for. So I went to for rent in the area, and look at this. The house is for rent right here. They've got the whole thing for rent right here. So, other apartments are renting for significantly less than this, but their apartment, they're asking for 1,600 and they're not getting 1,600. It's been there for only 8 days. So it's been there for 8 days. They want $1,600, but that probably means that they're bringing in no more than 1,500 per unit, right? If they want 1,600, I would imagine that they're not bringing in any more than 1,500 in all units, and that would assume that all units are paying. So what I would do is I would take 1,500 multiplied by not 3 by 4, and hell, let's call it 1,550, guys. Let's call it 1,550. 1,550 times 4 is 6,200. Now the thing is, my mortgage payment on this is above 6,200. Do you want to know why? Well, if we pull up the property address by closing all of the other tabs we don't need, check this out. Their taxes and insurance on this bad boy, if I can find them. Oh my goodness. Am I losing? Oh, it's for rent. That's why. I need to switch it back to for sale. Their taxes and insurance on this bad boy are 1,426 and 342, and I bet it could be even higher than that. Let's see. Yep. Nope, it's way higher than that. It's 22,574. So divided by 12. Oh my god. That's so bad. That is so bad. Just give us income tax, Texas. No need to load your properties like this. That's so crazy. No income tax, but instead your property taxes are absolutely insane in Texas. So $1,883 per month is what you pay. Oh my god. Your insurance is $350. This is going to make a lot of sense to you guys. You'll understand very soon here how I make money off of this. So, do we understand that this is going to be your monthly payment of just about $4,900? So you're going to pay $4,900 monthly to the bank, but then the government and your insurance company are going to want an extra $2,100. So what you're looking at here is $7,000 per month. 7,133 divided by 12 divided by 4 would mean that each unit has to rent out for 1,780 to break even. So guys, do you understand where I'm going to go with this? What am I going to say that'll make this a deal? How can I get them to seller finance it? Somebody want to role play with me before I do it? Is there somebody in the Discord who wants to do a little bit of a role play? Who wants to do a role play with me? Okay. Brad Wrigley wants to do a little bit of a role play with me. Hey, Brad, how you doing, man?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, your job as an agent is to be an agent and be it in the most realistic capacity as possible.
All right, I think I can handle that.
Okay, perfect. So what you're doing is you're looking out for your seller. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
You're looking for $1.025 million on behalf of your seller, and you have been for sale on market for approaching 3 months now. Your client has a mortgage of $500,000. He's asking 1.025, and it is bringing in about $1,500 per side, so $6,000 per month.
What was the mortgage at again?
The mortgage is at $500,000. The monthly payment on the it's a 3% interest rate too. That's beautiful. So they have a monthly payment on the mortgage of $2,338, but I know $2,338 plus what is it? I know that their taxes and insurance are going to be another $2,200. So they're paying $4,438 Oh man, this is actually going to be a really hard deal. I may have just realized something here, guys. So get this. The property probably brings in 6,000. I think their payments are inherently 4,400. I don't think we can do the deal. I don't think it would sell. I think if I got this under contract, it wouldn't sell. You know why? I think it wouldn't sell because think about it. The seller is foregoing about $400,000 in equity, and I need to make payments towards that $400,000 in equity. Those payments would be, I mean, I'm already over leveraged as it is. I mean, guys, do you understand why this is a bad deal? I'm going to have to find another one. This one doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for the buyers, and it doesn't work for us, and it doesn't work for the seller. So this guy's cooked on all. There's just nothing to do here. There's nothing to do. So check this out. Let's say we buy it for 1.025. You put down $100,000. You're actually only financing their equity, so it's 525. Remember, they're asking 1.025. They owe 497, right? So we put down $100,000. That leaves them with this, right? They're foregoing 425 after we put down 100. I've got to make them payments towards their 425,000. Maybe I make them $500 a month in payments, right? $500 a month in payments. So my $500 a month in payments, it actually is kind of an unacceptable amount of payments to do $500 a month for 400,000 in equity. But then beyond that, if I'm bringing in 6,000 a month and I take off 20% for expenses right here, guys, and I've got taxes and insurance of maybe 30,000 a year. No, maybe 28,000 a year. No, maybe 25,000 a year. 27,000. Yeah, so these are my taxes and insurance. Guys, look what my cash on cash return would be. I'm bringing in 6,000. 20% comes off the top of my 6,000. So $6,000 multiplied by 0.8 brings me to 4,800. I pay them $500 per month. I'm negative. Remember, inherently I pay this on their deal. If I keep their financing in place, I'm paying $4,400 per month. They're bringing in 6. The 6,000 needs to have 20% come off the top. But even if it doesn't have 20% come off the top, 44, what was it? 4483, 4438. So subtract 4438 and then subtract $500 a month. Guys, it is not a good use of $100,000 to trade for 1K per month. And then even beyond that, I can't see the seller accepting $100K down less the realtor fee, which will be like $30,000, $40,000. So really only $60,000 down. And then beyond that, they're supposed to take $500 a month for the amount of equity that they didn't accept. Oh, I just can't imagine somebody accepting that. And when I can't imagine somebody accepting that, I don't pitch the offer. You know why? Because it doesn't make sense to me, and I can't say it with credibility then. I'm going to call them, and they're going to be like, why would my seller accept that offer? And I'm going to be like, that's a good question. So I'm going to go to Conroe, Texas here, and I'm going to find another one of these buildings that doesn't cash flow. Because that thing doesn't cash flow, but it doesn't cash flow so bad that we probably can't even do anything about it. Okay, so this guy's got a really weird mixed match multifamily. I've never seen anything like this. One side is stucco, one side is brick, one side is green siding, and one side is shingles. I'm at a loss for words. These are 4 different houses attached. Stucco, they all have different styles too. Look at the curve and look at the blinds. Different blinds here, different blinds, but all one property owner. Stucco here, siding here, shingles here, brick here. Isn't that interesting? I got to build some rapport with the agent over this. This thing's not going to cash flow, will it? Okay, first things first, let's check their mortgage. I want to see what they owe on it. Oh, they owe $400,000. I'd prefer if y'all were free and clear. You do have a 3% interest rate. Looks like it's a variable interest rate here. It's kind of the same as last time, guys. You understand? Look, they pay $681 plus $3,500. You know, that's $4,200, $4,100. You add your taxes on here. Taxes are going to be crazy. Yeah, there's $7,450 per year. We don't have much cash flow, meaning that we can't really make the monthly payments for the amount of equity that they forego. So that it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I wouldn't accept that offer if I were making that offer. I don't look at these at all. So these new constructions, I don't look at them at all. They will not accept seller finance. I do look at stuff like this though. This is weird. It looks like a mobile home attached to a multifamily. So yeah, that's good. Moderately distressed. Oh my God, they would so take seller finance. You couldn't get approved for a loan on this. If you tried to get a loan, the lender would tell you to fix all this stuff. I think they do seller finance. I think they need it. Multifamily in the heart of Conroe. Home is roughly 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. Doesn't really tell you what it is though. How many units? I'm not gonna lie, I think it might be a duplex because I only saw 2 meters on the back. You guys see the 2 meters? Where'd they go? Well, I thought I saw 2 meters. Maybe I'm wrong. So let's see. Are you free and clear? Please be free and clear or a decent mortgage. They owe 119. They're asking 350. They've got a 3.5% rate. Nice. Their taxes are no taxes. Damn, this house is owned by We Stop the Tears. We Stop the Tears? What is that? We Stop the Tears. Interesting. There's a lot to talk about here. Okay, so it definitely is not. Well, it's cheap, so it might cash flow. But they don't tell me taxes and insurance. Oh, here are my taxes and insurance. Okay. So my only concern is this, guys, similar to the last one. I either want these things to be free and clear or over leveraged. The reason I don't like this one is the same as the reason I haven't liked the last three. They have monthly payments here of $2,000. The thing probably brings in like $3,000. There's no way that they're going to accept $500 in equity payments for a missed balance of $200,000, if not more than that. So I want to find one that either has a mortgage on the whole thing, or I want to find one that doesn't have a mortgage or a really small mortgage so that I can make them decent monthly payments. This thing here is different. This is for somebody to live in. It is a multifamily, but it's for somebody to live in. This is a house hacking property. So they're not looking for seller financing. Anybody else? No, I don't think so. Let's go to the next one. All right, Huntsville, Texas. Now this looks so small that I think I need to check my population. Oh, 50,000. Cool. That'll be enough. I wonder what it looks like, actually. What does Huntsville, Texas look like? Oh, just a small town. Small town. I have one with a 3.3K mortgage and brings in 6,650. That's great. My best one is probably my best property. My house in Omaha does $850 per side for 5 units. That's $4,250, and I pay about $25 on that. So you're beating me there, but it is 0% interest. That's helpful. My one in Minneapolis brings in $1,000 per side, or more so $1,100 per side. So $4,400, and the payment on that is $29 at 2.7% interest. So not very good there. Well, I guess it's okay because I only put down $40K and the interest rate was really good. Okay. Whoever was dealing with Foddy, I don't think I can bear to speak to him anymore. He's just so slow. You know what he's saying? I'm going to do my best impression. This is not offensive. This is actually what he sounds like. Hi, Richard. So I talked to the sellers and they're just not big fans of your contract. there's just not, you know, I just don't think the deed in lieu is, okay. All right. Well, I'll send you another contract. I'm also going to include an excerpt from Michigan state law showing that it's okay. Well, I don't know. I just am not sure. I just don't really know if this is okay. And that's exactly what he sounds like. And I think that maybe it was one of those scenarios where he was born with the umbilical cord around his neck to the point where it dropped his IQ to 90. And I think that maybe he just thinks, but kind of like a dolphin's level of intelligence with speech ability, of course. So I don't think I can speak to him anymore. But it's good content, so let's call it. I mean him. That's right. Some people do get less oxygen as a child, and that's what I think happened here. And if he picks up the phone, you'll find out why. 90 IQ isn't that low. Just enough to keep breathing.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, I don't really know how to get you a contract that you're going to accept. Jeff is doing the one for Neff Avenue, but why don't you use your contract for Winthrop?
I did. I sent one. You didn't get it?
Oh, when did you send it?
I sent it to Marquise.
Oh, I don't have his access to his email.
Oh, he should have sent it to you.
Okay. I will.
Hold on a second. I gotta take this. Can I call you back? Can you call me later? I'm actually at dinner.
Okay. All right. Bye. Marquise, Neff Avenue. Okay. Yeah. Neff Avenue is okay. Where's Marquise? No, Molite, you just have to see the last 2 weeks of conversation with this guy. What happened is his seller accepted my offer. I have sent him 3 contracts. He hasn't liked any of the 3. All along, I told him to use his contract, and he finally agreed to use his contract. So I've just sent him contract after contract, and his excuse is like, well, a deed in lieu of foreclosure is not legal. And I'm like, dude, here's the law. It is legal. And he's like, well, I still don't like it. And I'm like, but why? And he just didn't, and he wouldn't tell me. He wouldn't tell me what was wrong with it. He also won't let me write up my contract. He will only let Jeff write up the contract, even though it's the exact same thing. So it's literally, it just doesn't even make sense to me. So I will text Marquise and I'll see if he got the contract.
Hey, I'm here. I got the contract.
Oh, good. How does it look?
It's honestly, man, it's a land contract, but it has a lot of addendums on there, so I really don't even know what to do with this. I was trying to text you and put it in front of you, but I'm trying to see if I can put it in front of you for you to look at. But
see, it's still the wrong. It's still the wrong contract. Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. It's like, dude, this is not what we agreed to, and then he does the contract wrong again.
Yeah.
You sent a land contract. It needs to be seller finance. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess we just have to keep following up with him, Marquise, and see if he's ever willing to do the right thing.
Yeah. I talked with Maura about it. He said that the land contract, it may work, it may sell. It's just something he's never done. But I mean, it's more so. He said that it may have to be like a really good deal. So I really am not familiar with the land contract, to be honest. And I do know that, obviously for depreciation and stuff like that, you really wouldn't be able to have much advantage in that up front because you're not holding title. So I don't really know what's his deal. I think his deal right now is more so like the the deed in lieu, but he's not believing us in that and not believing the law. So I don't really know what to say in that aspect. But his other concern, I guess, was the seller. He had told me, he had kind of mentioned it real quick that he thinks that we're just going to pretty much, like, what if like we go in there, make payments or whatever for a short amount of time, renovate the property and leave it kind of messed up. So I don't really know. Like, it's just kind of a lot. He just has a lot of like stuff that he's just kind of coming up with.
What if the sky falls? What if the sky falls? It could happen. What are we gonna do, bro? What are we gonna do?
Yeah, it's just like so much things that he's coming up with. I'm just like, bro, I really don't know about that. So I'll let him know you texted because he was looking for my signature, and I was just like, I'm not signing that, bro.
Well, I texted him and I was like, "Yo, that's a land contract. It needs to be seller finance." So,
Okay.
okay.
We'll see what he says.
All right. Well, thanks. We'll talk. Okay.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Okay, guys. I think I'm good for questions now. I think I'm good for a question. So yeah, we'll just jump into this. And if there's anything I can help you out with, let's do it. So, Riley, we were going to talk. I think I got a buyer who wants your deal. Is that still available?
Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to send it back. Apparently their attorney's looking at it, but they've agreed to the terms, so I'm good with it if your buyers. Did he look at the second one too, or just the first one?
Let me call. Run through the terms with me one more time. Oh, it's in my. Never mind. I got it. The Arredondo kid. What's the address? Can I get?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Yeah, let me get the address on that, man. And then I'll text Costas. I'm gonna keep following up with him. He's usually really responsive. I'm sure he'll get back to me later. But he said that he was interested in them, and I know that he already owns property like this, so I'll keep you posted about that. I'm sure he'll call me while I'm still on this stream. $50 to 60% down seller financing. Gabe, I've got a solution for that. Oh, Riley, I had the volume down. I'm sorry, I didn't hear if you said something.
Do you want me to put like a folder together so we can just send it to him?
Yeah,
Request it?
yeah. You know, and if you can include the address in the just the top part, because I think you sent me those and the addresses on one of them, but not the first one. But if you include the address in there, that would be really helpful.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
All right. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Richard.
Bye-bye. Guys, I'm having camera issues. I'm sorry. Yeah, so the Arredondo kid, we have a link in my bio that says have Richard buy your house, and that's how you can get it in front of me. Or if you want a faster response as to whether or not I could even do something with it, I would need the address. So if you can get me the address in the chat, that would be really helpful, and then I can put it into my system, see what the mortgage looks like, and see what the back payments are. And yeah, we stop foreclosures all the time, left and right. Most recently on 1314 Charlotte Avenue in Norman, Oklahoma. And there's the address. Thank you, sir. So, guys, this is how I know if a mortgage takeover is viable or not. I'm going to share my screen on it. So here's his address. His address on here is. He already gave it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see. Houston, great. We could do a cash deal. Cash deal, guys. Cash deal, not mortgage takeover. The reason I wouldn't want to do a mortgage takeover is because of his credit line. He has a line of credit on the property, but he does have a 2.9% interest rate. The only thing I don't love is that credit line. His taxes are $5,851. Let's see what you're saying in the chat. He owes $260 and has 2.8%. That's good. That's good. Doesn't he have a line of credit though too? Didn't he take out a line of credit for $50K against the property? And man, if you can submit this to the link in my bio, I think there is something we can do. He does have the line of credit. Okay, so I can't take over the line of credit. Your interest rate is appealing, but the line of credit's unfortunate. However, the margins exist for a cash deal. So we could stop the foreclosure and probably get him a little bit of money with a cash deal. This thing was built in, oh, damn it. It's a brand new house. Well, we could try to wholesale it in cash. The thing that's man, it's just that credit line. That's the only hurdle, the credit line. So man, ask him if there's a way to separate the credit line, because I can do the house, I can't do the credit line. Credit lines can't be taken over reliably and safely. I can do the other loan. The new conventional is great. That's totally feasible. We can make that happen. I just couldn't do the credit line. So if there's a way to get that off, we can do the deal. But you can also submit it to the link in my bio. High-end flips. No, we don't do high-end flips. I do cheap flips. He'll ask me to take over his second loan, I think. Yeah, it's just the credit line. So we would need the credit line off of the property. So if the credit line can be on his personal credit and not on the property, yes. If we have to take over the credit line, I don't think there's anything I can do. I was thinking cash deal at first, but then I saw the type of property it is. It looks like it's some sort of like new development thing, and cash deals are for generally speaking, flipping, not so much renting out. It's not a great use of money to rent this out and break even each month, because in order to buy it with the loan, your down payment would be like $80K. So you'd be putting down $80K monthly, $80K to break even each month. And then the other problem is it's a new build. It was built in 2020. So there's no flipping a new build, right? There's nothing to do to a new build. So it doesn't cash flow as a rental, and you can't do value add, and you can't take over the mortgage. So our Redondo kid, you would just want to see if the credit line can be taken off of the property and put on his personal name and have it not be tied to the property. And then we can do something. But I'm serious, man. That's probably the only thing we could do. Anyways, we'll keep doing questions now. So, Canderson, we were supposed to bring you up yesterday. What were we going to do, man? I forgot.
Yeah, so you were supposed to lend your credibility.
Yes.
I had the same family and the
Yeah. Would you mind sending me that again? Or is it the one on Burlingham?
I sent them. Yeah, Burlingame.
Got you.
Yeah, so I messaged them a week ago. I sent the
Go ahead.
I was just gonna update you on what we had. So I sent the LOI, then they asked for the proof of funds, and then basically he wanted to get connected with the buyer, and I tried to push back and say, can you let me know you accepted the terms? And basically he said he doesn't accept any terms until he speaks with somebody, and then that brings us to now, basically.
Okay.
I told him you would give him a call.
Sure.
This week.
Well, we'll do it right now. Are you talking?
And also, my name's Khalid. My name's Khalid, so that's what they know me as.
Khalid.
It's just like my first and last name is the.
Got you. K. Anderson instead of Canderson. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're talking to Mr. Neely, Mr. Robert Neely.
Mm-hmm.
Phone number on Zillow, the listing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
The one that said.
Let's see your terms. 220 hour. That's so good, man. That's so good. I hope he accepts it. You'll make a lot of money if he does. Hold on. Calling. Okay, no response. I'm dialing it again. Hey, Rob, my name is Richard Taylor. You were speaking with my acquisitions manager, Khalid, about a house in Detroit. I'm buying rentals in Detroit right now, and I wanted to hop on the phone. I think you were just looking to speak with the end buyer on this. He's just doing acquisitions for me.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I'm out of town until next Wednesday.
Is there any way you can circle back to me then?
No problem whatsoever. Was this something that your seller had shown interest in? I was pretty surprised. I saw that it was a luxury fix and flip that they were willing to do seller finance on. I mean, I thought that would be great. I just didn't know if it was real.
I mean, it just depends on. I just didn't know if it was real that you guys are seller finance. When you say seller finance, what do you mean?
Oh,
When I hear seller finance, I think 5-year land contract.
pretty close. Yeah, pretty close. I typically do 6 years, but yeah, we were talking about 200, I think 20,000 down, monthly payments on a 6 or 7 year term, paying them out the remaining amount at the balloon.
Yeah, they might be able to. I haven't ran it by them yet.
Oh, okay, I see.
I don't want to speak with an acquisition manager.
I see. It's just the reason
Cases, that's a wholesaler.
the reason that we do it like that is because we got to make 100 phone calls before just one person wants to sell or finance. So it's super, super rare.
I mean, I don't know for sure if they will. As long, I mean, what do you think of monthly payments? You said.
It looks like the house will rent out for like probably 1,400 and taxes and insurance are like 400 or so. So I would probably have monthly payments to them of 600, so I could make 400 a month.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to. I don't know. 20,000 down, you said? Nah, you're probably gonna have to put more down than 20,000.
There's a little bit of room there.
Circle back to me Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
I'll give you a call. Thanks. Talk soon.
My man. Thank you. Bye-bye.
He hasn't presented it to the seller yet, so we're just gonna see if he'll present it to the seller. But next Wednesday. Oh, did he say circle back to me Wednesday as in tomorrow or next Wednesday as in the next day?
I don't know. I think it was next Wednesday because he said he was out of town, right?
Yeah, he said he's out of town next week, right? Next, okay. So that's gonna be on. Let's see if this Wednesday is the 22nd, then next Wednesday would be the 29th, right? On the 29th at 2 p.m., remind me to call Burlingham Street and bring up Canderson.
Okay, I added it.
Okay, I got you locked in. We're gonna bring you up then, but I'd perhaps follow up with him via text and just let him know that you had me call. Okay, y'all good, man?
That's all I had.
All right. Probably next would be Yusuf with some fun deals to show me. Yusuf, I was really wanting to see these yesterday. I was just way too beat, man, but I know you always got good ones. What do you have for me today, man?
God bless you, Richard. Yeah, I do have a seller finance deal in Montgomery. I just got it 2 days ago. Wait, let me send you everything.
Johnson?
Okay. Johnson, yeah, I just sent it to you. So this property, it's the main unit is 3 beds, 1 bath. It would rent out for like 1,000 per month. And there is a studio that could rent out at least for I don't know, to be honest, but at least 500
in the back.
Yeah,
I see it.
Yeah, so like the rent is 1,500. It would bring up to, with 6,000 assignment fee, I would say 26% cash on cash.
It doesn't even need to hit that cash on cash if you have seller finance terms. Like it'll get picked up regardless. I've seen some of the craziest seller finance deals get picked up. You see sometimes students will get you remember that deal, the one in Birmingham? There was like an $8,000 assignment fee and it was bringing in like 1,100 a month.
What was the terms?
Well, you told me, you said, I don't know why you guys got that deal because it's tenant occupied with bringing in 1,100 a month. And it was a cash deal. It was like for 75K. It was listed at like 90K. Somebody got it at 75. They shouldn't have, but somehow, some way, somebody bought it. So, it happens. And when it's seller finance, it's much, the condition doesn't matter as much. For example, there were issues in Farron. But it was okay. It was okay because it's seller finance. And it's just, you save so much money on your interest rate and your closing costs, and the process you have to go through to get qualified just isn't even there. So yeah, this is great. What does this main house rent out for? More than 1,000 for sure, right?
1,050 maybe. The rents in Montgomery is really low. I'll be honest with you.
Maybe
on Section 8 is much more, but.
Damn, 1,010. That's brutal. Okay.
Yeah, but I would say like with a studio, it would bring all in 1,500. be
Yeah,
full-time.
yeah. Right. I'm sure somebody would rent that.
Yeah.
That's great, man. I love this deal. I love that. So you've got
15,000 purchase price.
115. Down
Yeah.
payment 12, payment 705.
Yeah. It's a
Taxes.
hybrid deal, actually. Yeah, there is a mortgage. So
Well, wait a second. If the monthly is 705 without taxes and insurance, and we have a mortgage on top, are we cash flowing?
yeah, we are cash flowing 26% a month. So it will be auto paid. So like from the 705 per month, some of that will go to the mortgage payments. And
I understand. So I guess I'll ask you this: what is owed out of the 115 on the loan?
I really don't know. I don't have props right now. I just keep calling, and if they accept it, I wouldn't say like there's an issue.
Oh my God! Wow. Well, okay, that's great. So let's find out what they owe. They owe 44, and the 44 costs them 291. So we're going to be paying the 291, and then we'll be paying them another 400 or so on 405 on top of that, 414 with the loan. So if we're going to pay 291 to the seller, and then 414, or 291 to the loan, 414 to the seller, and then your taxes were literally $250 in 2025, which is ridiculous. You guys, you have 200.
Taxes are really low there.
You have $30 a month in taxes. That's absolutely unbelievable. So wow. Yeah, great deal, man. Great deal. This is one that I would like people to bid on. I think I could call a buyer and have them buy it, but I think that I think people should bid on this. I think you should send it to my team rather than me making a call. But yeah,
Yeah, I sent it to the team actually. Which it's with Shell right now, but unfortunately, I didn't see like any response. There is some inquiries, but I felt Joseph would pick that up too with Apolline. And did Joseph actually scheduled showing for Apolline? I'm not with the group chat.
Let's call him. Let's follow up with him. Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How's your day?
Doing well. Couple things. I've got a new deal for you. I don't know if you guys will want it. Maybe you will. 0% interest seller finance deal. Interesting, but not in your main market, Montgomery, Alabama. You got buyers there?
Yeah, we got buyer, bro. We got the properties in Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, cool. Okay. So it's well, I guess I'll ask you the first thing first. So the one that you guys green light on for 80K, Apolline, are you in contact with Shell to schedule inspection for that? Or walkthrough?
Yes.
Okay, good. Is there anything you need me to do to nudge that forward?
Nothing at the moment on that.
Okay.
The due diligence on that one ends Thursday, right?
Yeah. That's good. Okay, next deal. I saw this and I thought you might want this. Can I send you a link?
Of course you can.
Okay, here's the address. This has an ADU on it. It has a
An ADU in Montgomery. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of them doing that.
Right.
California, yes, but not Montgomery.
I know, right? Why do it? But it's cool because it'll rent for $500 a month and it seems to be in okay condition. But yeah, there's like an ADU in the back with a roof and everything that you'd need for somebody to live in there. And then the main house will go for about $1,100 per month. So you're bringing in 1,500. You're paying about $800 per month, 0% interest seller finance on a, let's see, 6 or 7 year term. 6 year term.
6 year term, 0% seller finance. What's the principal?
It's a hybrid. So you have a okay, let me think. You have a $414 payment to the seller, and then there's a $291 per month loan.
There's a $291 what?
Per month loan. You're taking over debt and you're seller financing the remaining amount at 0% interest. So you pay $414 to the seller, and then you also pay a loan of $291. So it's a hybrid in that you're paying a loan and you're doing seller financing.
And what about property taxes and insurance?
Your taxes for the year, this sounds insane, but your taxes for the year of 2025 were $263. So let's call it 500 because maybe that's low, but you pay like $50 in taxes and you pay like $40 in insurance. You've got $90 in taxes and insurance here. Because it's Montgomery, it's real cheap.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That part's really interesting.
Yeah, it's very strange.
What's the renter paying?
Well, there's no renter now. Your main house will rent out for about 1,100 or 1,000, and then your ADU will rent out for 500. So anywhere from 15 to 1,600 will be brought in, and you have a PITI of, call it, $800. So the reason I don't think this is insane, but I thought it might be good enough at 0% interest.
It's a worthwhile deal looking at. Listen, I'll never say no to looking at deals. The only hesitation that I have to see is I have to talk to a property manager out there and see what their appeal is of it.
Yeah.
And, so it's not a no.
It's no worries if not, because this is the type of thing that we move all day. Seller finance moves all day long. But yeah, it's interesting. But anyways, do you have all the details, or you want me to text it to you?
I have all the details. That's fine. Lastly, do you have any update on that other Alabama deal that we sent you that you guys were?
Yeah. Interested buyer, $6,000, walked the property, decided not to do it. I don't know why. So we're remarketing. It could have been a condition thing, but you understand that well.
Of course, yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
Good to know. I'll let the guy know, the owner know, and we'll go from there. But yeah, keep them coming. I appreciate the call.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Bye-bye. And then you got another one. You got another one for me, Yusuf?
This is a cash deal. Wait, let me send it to you. It's this one.
And then Cookie Eater, we will talk. We will talk, Mr. Cookie Eater. Detroit, Michigan. Checking. Nice. Very turnkey.
Yeah, the property is good. The rent is really high, 1,500. I got it for 72,000, so it would cash flow 30% at like 75 or maybe 77 too.
Wow. It's not occupied at 1,500 though, is it?
Yeah, it's not occupied. But the issue is, like, I was looking today on Spot Crime, and I swear to God, when I picked it up, there was no shooting. But right now,
No, I know that happened in one of my flips. We know the CEO of Spot Crime, and I think we can get it removed from time to time. But
Oh, really?
this is I'll float it to him. What'd you get it for?
I got it for 72,000.
Are we okay with 75?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything, man.
We'll go 76. Come on, we'll go 76 just to get you a little more. 76,000. Rent is 1,500, but not occupied. I don't know.
But for this deal, Richard, I feel like it's in a really good area because of if you looked into the rental properties currently listed for rent, you will see like maybe a property that listed for rent like for only 7 days that has like 50 contacts.
That's true. Good eye.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna send him this. I'll call him back one more time. Oh, I hate to bug people back to back like that. Okay. Well, those are good, and I feel like we could probably get at least one or two of those done.
hopefully, yeah. And I will make sure to come for more tomorrow.
Absolutely. Good job, man. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, so goodbye. You were scheduled. Hello.
Yeah, I have a seller finance details.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, man. Are you on like Windows 6? I can't hear you, man. It's really, really hard to hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes. Much better.
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry. I did have you on a janky headset.
You were on
But yeah.
Windows 6.
But yeah, I have a seller finance duplex in your DM right now. The agent didn't push back on the offer at all, but they just wanted to see the actual bank statements instead of the screenshot.
Okay, got you. Do we need a call or can we just provide that?
Well, based on the fact that she wasn't okay with the screenshot, I'm pretty sure she's gonna want to speak to the I think you're gonna have to maybe sign this one.
No worries, no worries. I love free money. Okay, so let's learn about this deal because I forgot. Duplex, San Antonio, cool. It's not a mobile home, is it?
No.
No, okay. I saw the white skirt and I was like, wait a second. Is it? No, it's not a mobile home. No, it wouldn't be. Okay. Okay. Tell me about your terms.
So they had it at, they were asking 255. I offered them 265 with 10% down but that would have to include the agent commission. And then she said that it rents for 2,300 whenever it's rented. So I offered 1,350 monthly and 0% interest and 7-year balloon.
7 years is great. Let's check your taxes and insurance because San Antonio high. Okay, so 376 plus 85. So
At the light, turn right onto West San Antonio Street.
my concern here is that you say it's bringing in 2,300.
Yeah, I showed on the screenshot in our message, but she said one side gets 1,100 and the other side gets 1,200.
So taxes are really high in San Antonio. We're going to need to lower that monthly payment to maybe 900 to 1,000. And the reason I say that is because if you take 2,300 and you take off 20%, that's 1,840. If you subtract your 340, and if you subtract your 85, and then if you subtract your 1,300, you would only be cash flowing $115 per month. We definitely need more than that. So the payment's too high on this, but that should be pretty easy to move here. So I'll call and I'll just kind of position you as my acquisitions manager, and I'll be like, hey, my acquisitions manager may have spoke too soon. We are interested in this. I think that after factoring in vacancy and management, we might need to be at $1,000 per month in payments, which would help because now you're making $415 per month. Tell me about your down payment though.
It was 10%, so it would be 26,500.
26.5.
And that had to include the agent commission as well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think if we can get payment to 900, it would be a really big win here, assuming conditions not too cooked. So yeah, let me go ahead and give her a call. You're speaking to Miss Jennifer.
Yeah, so I'd actually found it on Facebook Marketplace, so you can just tell her that she had talked to Daniel on Facebook, and she'll know because she, like I said, she didn't push back on the offer at all. She just wanted to see the bank stuff.
Phone is ringing. Ooh, what was your name?
Daniel.
Hi, Jennifer. My name is Richard Taylor. I'm a landlord in San Antonio. You had been speaking to my acquisitions manager, Daniel. He's been doing seller finance calls for me. He found your listing on Facebook Marketplace for Wilma Jean, sent you an offer, and you're looking to talk to the end buyer and see some bank statements. So I wanted to connect with you, send you those bank statements, and then see if we get a deal done here.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going to send those over to you. I'll send you over my portfolio. I've got a couple properties in San Antonio, Houston, and the Dallas area. And then I think that he had, let me just make sure I have the offer right. He had offered you 265, a little bit over list price, 26.5 down, $1,000 per month for 7 years, and you guys will rent for about 2,300.
Hold on, let me go.
See if I can sneak in the 1,000. I just snuck in the 1,000, guys. I didn't say anything about it. Let's see what she says.
Okay, you said, what was his name? I'm sorry?
His name was Daniel, I believe.
Daniel, okay. And so, yeah, this is the one from Messenger. 265, 10% down, 7 years at $13.50 a month.
You know, you may have spoken a little too soon on the 1350 because I understand you guys are bringing in 23, but taxes in San Antonio are real high because you don't have that income tax. I think we were more inclined to do about $1,000 a month in payments. I don't know if that was something the seller was open to, but I can present that over to them and send you my bank statements and portfolio to see if that would be something they would consider.
So they have a mortgage on this property right now.
I see.
So it would all have to depend on the offer if it makes sense to them. You know, seller finance is not what they wanted to do.
Sure.
But of course, I mean, if the offer makes sense, then maybe they'll, entertain it.
Yeah, I see the mortgage now. They owe 150, and if we give them 26 down, that's 176. And then there's still another balance to pay of about 80,000. So they would be seller financing 75 or more than that because we offered over list price. So they'd be seller financing like $90,000 or $95,000 to us over 7 years.
And does that include my commission?
Yeah. We had the commission coming out of the $26,500 down payment.
Okay, so yeah, all that would have to, they have to, run their numbers and
Sure.
if that would make sense for after paying commission and so you're saying you would cover all the closing costs and the 26 down, or is that 26 down with the closing costs?
The commission is going to come out of the down payment, but the closing costs will be on top of the down payment.
Okay, so you're saying you'll cover title then?
Yes, absolutely.
Is what you're saying, okay.
I see that the loan is costing them about $858 per month. I guess we'd pay them maybe another $250 on top of the loan balance because I see that loan does take up most of the monthly payment that we'd pay them. So what we're probably looking at is taking over the $150 and then seller financing the remaining amount for an additional $250 per month, with that remaining amount owed to them delivered on year 7.
Okay, and then if you can write that up in a
Sure.
email and with your bank statements, would this be your company's bank statements?
Yes, this will be my company's bank statements.
Okay, and what is that company called?
This is going to be Grandin Taylor Properties. I can send you all of that though. We'll have the full bank statements for you.
Okay. Yeah, so I can kind of go over it with them, and it would be with our title company.
Yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't be okay. I typically used closed title and escrow in Texas. They're pretty quick with us and they give us good rates. So I'd probably want to use them, but it wouldn't be a deal breaker if we had to use yours. They give us good rates since we close with them so frequently.
Yeah, I close with University Title all the time, so and I feel comfortable with them.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, this will be a deciding factor if they even, decide. But yeah, send me over that email with all those details, and I'll present it to them and see if that's something they'll be open to.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Does Daniel have your email?
Let's see. Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I'll send it over now.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Talk soon. Bye-bye. So I think we ran into this earlier, guys. We always talk about middle equity properties, and a middle equity property is a property where the mortgage is in the middle. It's not high, it's not low, it's somewhere in the middle. And the thing that I'm thinking about this is we have to seller finance to them at $250 a month. It's not $1,000 or $1,300 a month to them. It's going to be $250 a month because we have a mortgage costing them $858. Yeah, we get a mortgage costing $858, and then we post another $250 on top of it. So we're looking at now $1,100 per month, and then we have taxes and insurance of maybe $500, so maybe $1,600 a month, and it rents out for $23. we have pretty slim margins here. The margins are pretty slim. I might adjust that to $200 a month in payments, but that's why I either like them to be no mortgage or really high mortgage, because if a mortgage is in the middle, they're giving up equity, but we can't really pay them for the equity because the mortgage payment is simply too high. So that makes it really hard. Where do you get your wholesale contract? My wholesale contract has been free in my bio for 5 years. You can also Google. Okay. Well, goodbye. Could you send me her email and I will shoot my shot here? I will say it is a bit of a long shot to say, hey, will you seller finance? You're supposed to receive 70K, but what if you seller finance to us for $200 per month? That is a bit of a long shot, but you know.
For sure, yeah. It's already in your DM.
Does the contract link, the link doesn't work in my bio? It's not working? Let me talk to my team about that. Is the contract link in my bio working? If not, can you make it work? Okay. Why not mortgage takeover for this deal? It is a mortgage takeover. The Discord doesn't work either? I've never understood that, because I did have some people telling me that the Discord link wasn't working. But when I look at people joining, I mean, I wonder if anybody joined yesterday. Let's just find out. So yesterday was April 20th. 70 people joined yesterday. And then, yeah, I don't know. 56 people have joined today. 1,700 have joined this month. Seems to be working. Discord not working for me. I just checked. Discord not working for me. Now, Tanner, really quickly, I want to take a tangent here. What happens when you click it? Like when you click it, what happens? Because when I click it, it works. Like I click right here. And it loads up. So what happens when you click it? I'm curious about that, because it is working on my side of things. Do you ever work vacant land? No, not really. It's not to say that doesn't work. It's just I don't really do that. Okay. So
All right, well, I appreciate you calling, bro. I just hit them up because I seen that it had been on the market for like 70 days.
We'll
Whenever
try.
I seen it on Marketplace.
We'll try. That's why it's always important to check PropStream, because but you know what? I think they're willing to look at the offer, so I definitely think we could shoot our shot, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna do offer, and I will write this up.
And yeah, I just put the email in your DM again right now.
Got it. And can I get your email? Because you're gonna follow up on this email.
All right, cool, yeah. On a random side note, I had found out about you and find out about wholesaling from your video of that girl crying that she didn't have 20K, and you just pulling up Zillow and showing all that, and I ended up getting like a $4,300 assignment after like only 90 days of trying it, and now I'm about to close one this Friday.
Oh, really?
5,000. Yeah, and that one is going to be 5,000 whenever it first closes, and then 10,000 whenever it resells again. It's like a deal with a fix and flipper.
Dude, how cool is that, man? And you're new to real estate?
Yeah, I'd never even heard of wholesaling it until I seen that video that you posted of that girl crying about wanting 20K.
Yeah. Use those proceeds to flip a house, man. That's really exciting stuff.
For sure, yeah, definitely appreciate it.
Okay, so let's try this one. The seller owes about 150,000. Oh, where did he go? The seller owes about 150,000. Okay. We want to take that over for a $26,000, $26,500 down payment plus closing costs. We want to take that over for a $26,500 down payment plus closing costs. What else? The total offer is 165,000, which, and if we subtract, I guess I'll say, which means they'd be seller financing, and let's figure that out. 165, or was it 265? It's 265, right?
Yeah.
265. So that means we'd be seller financing 265,000. We're going to subtract about subtract 15,000. Well, yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying here. My down payment is 26,500, and then we're also going to subtract our $150,000 mortgage. So we're looking at seller financing 88,500. We don't have room for big payments due to the mortgage, so we'd have to offer $200 per month on top of the mortgage payment. And then I'll just go ahead and add in some bank statements for her. So she wanted some bank statements. We have a March bank statement, and we have a March bank statement. Here you go. And then a February bank statement. There you go. And then what else do we have? We have a January bank statement for her. So that's 3 months of bank statements. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to add your email on it because you're going to do the follow-up on this, just in case it gets lost with me. Got your email here. And sent. That should be in your inbox and her inbox now. I would text her and say, hey, I just sent this to you.
All right, great. Appreciate you, bro.
How long until the wheels spin? Probably 30 minutes. I might tap out slightly early today. I'm really tired. Okay. You're all good, man?
Yep, thanks so much.
Absolutely. Next, maybe Brandon was next.
Hey, Richard, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. So I am very new to all this. I've been doing some calls for the past couple weeks here. So I've been reaching out to some FSBOs on Zillow, and I have one that I sent you in the DM. So you have the link to the Zillow, or get to the Zillow link there. It was listed for about 500,000, and I was able to get him down to 345. But then as soon as he agreed to it, he took the listing down, and then Zillow has like kind of a new number for it, which is around like 350 something. So it doesn't look as good of a discount.
It's a fix and flip. Okay.
Yeah. So I pulled up a couple comps for you. It looks like it's like a 3.3. It has a good amount of square footage. It's on like a half-acre lot. So it has a decent amount of land. And it looks like a couple of them gone for like really done up, you know, around 595, around the 600 range.
Okay.
But the Zillow number is kind of scaring me. That's
Sure. Well, I would say the biggest part here is your numbers because it's off market. So, first and foremost, we want to see these comps. Oops. So let me go ahead and find out where your property is located, and then I will comp the property and share. Oh, here's Joseph. Hello.
Calling you back.
Oh, there's a separate deal in your text. I don't know if it would be something your guys would want, but it's a high rent, big discount, $20,000 discount after our fee. It's in your text right now.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Absolutely. Text in. Bye-bye. Okay, so comping your deal. I'm going to have to find out where this is on the map. So here is your address. Let's find it on the map, and then let's pull it up on Zillow. I wish Zillow showed off-market properties on the map. That would just be so convenient. Okay, so here is that line. I see that little big line, and you are sitting on that line, Mount Pleasant Road. Yes. Okay, Mount Pleasant Road. And then there's Griffin Road. And there's that loop right there. I'm trying to identify exactly where this thing is. It's that property right next to the water. There it is. Found it. Okay, so the first thing is it's sitting on a 4-lane road. It's not that it's impossible to flip a house on a 4-lane road, but something to consider is that people want to live on quiet roads. So that's one thing to say. But I'll zoom out and we'll see what else we can find here. So I'm going to just draw around the general vicinity of this area, and let's look at some comps here. Boom. And I'm also going to, Riley, my buyer just got back to me. Is Riley here? Riley Kelly. Riley is here. Let's message him. So there's another one. Costas just got back to me. There's another. Price, address, down payment, monthly payment, rent, balloon, interest. Just a sec here, man. I'll comp that. Just a moment. So we have a price of 1.7 million. Down payment is 170. I wonder if that includes the. Is Riley on stage? No, he's not here. I wonder if that includes. I gotta call Riley really quickly and ask. No, I don't think it does. Down payment 100 and we'll do 190,000 for $20,000 assignment fee. Monthly payment is going to be 5,100. 5,100. Rent 15,000. Total expenses. What? This doesn't make sense to me. He's telling me the expenses are 10,000 per month. The payment to the seller is 5,000 per month, but it brings in 15,000, which would mean it breaks even. No audio, of course. Instagram. You said I'm going to take a picture of this. Hey man, this doesn't make sense to me. You're paying $5,000 a month. It brings in $15,000 a month, and the expenses are $10,000 a month, meaning you lose a lot per month. Because if you're paying 5 and you're paying 10, unless this 10 includes the 5, I wouldn't imagine it would. But if you're paying 10, you're paying 15 and you're bringing in 15, which is a challenge. So I just wanted clarity on that. If you have a property to sell, you can submit it via the link in my bio, and my team will get back to you, and I'll give you a call. Gosh, I just don't know what's going on with that. Okay, let's keep moving. Where was I? %, and then looking at the payment to the seller, or the balloon is in 6 years. Okay. So the expenses are 5,000. Okay.
Essentially, the bigger one should, I think it's like 4,000 or something a month in cash flow, and then the other one's like 3,000, I think.
Got it. Okay, he's gonna get back to me shortly on that. All
Okay,
right.
sounds good.
Brennan, sorry for the interruption, man. Let me go ahead and check this out. Okay, where'd this go? I'm losing everything I'm looking at. So, where'd it go? Why did my tabs disappear? It was there. There we go. Okay. So what are the dimensions of your property?
It's a 3-3, and it's 2,300 square foot. It's on a half-acre lot.
Okay. We kind of just need to be here, honestly, around this area, because some of this area is like water. The houses on the water are going to sell for a lot more than those that are not on the water.
Yeah.
And you got it for 350 or something? 390?
Yeah, 345. It was listed at 498. So little under 70%, I guess.
Okay, pricing these high to low. You said you're a 3.3 with how many square feet? 2,000.
300.
2,300.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it looks like you're gonna sell for somewhere in the 4s. That's smaller than you, and that's smaller than you, and that's smaller than you, and that's smaller than you. Yeah,
Yeah, this is
440. I think 440 is feasible, but maybe call it 410. And the reason I say 410 is because you are sitting on the highway. You are right on this 4-lane highway, which is a little bit unfortunate. So you see how these guys went for way more than this guy? So I think that the road is going to take away from your ARV a little bit, but yeah, somewhere in the low 400s would be hard.
Yeah, try to get them down a little more.
The 415 and 6% comes out of there, you're left with 390, and then you put in your rehab. I don't know. Looks like a nice area. Maybe you put in 40,000 to make it really nice, and then you're in it for 350. And we have to charge a fee too, and there's closing costs and holding costs. So generally speaking, your after repair value formula is kind of like this. Even call it 430. 430 multiplied by 0.7 is 300,000, and then you're going to want to subtract your rehab. Maybe it just needs 35. It really didn't look like it was that much at all. Then you get it at 266, and then anything you get below this becomes your profit. So That one, these expensive flips, man, have to be a steep discounts. But if you're in Jacksonville,
Right.
like if you want to do something in Jacksonville, there's a lot of really awesome flips in Jacksonville. I'm just putting my max price point at $100,000 so that I can exclusively see these shitty houses. I price them high to low, and then I scroll down and I look for one that looks like it could have good character but needs a big rehab. And I'm avoiding 2-bed, 1-bath because they're not very desirable. That one's already been renovated, so it looks like they need to go even cheaper in this market before they start becoming really rough prices. Maybe not that cheap. Maybe not that cheap either. Maybe we're going to go to page 2. And then we're starting to see better ones coming up here. More distress. This is a 2-2. Could it potentially become a 3-2? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. And then getting something like this for 40, getting something like that for 40 would be an awesome deal. So these cheap ones, these are, I mean, the comps are just endless on things like this. Like, let's just zoom in really quickly here. Check this out. And they're cookie cutter perfect comps. They're the exact same as us. So if we go from here to here to here to here, and then we figure out what we are, we're a 2-2, 1624 square feet, hoping to become a 3-2. And we price these things high to low on the sale side. Yeah, so let's find out what a 3-2 with that sort of dimension would sell for. These are all new constructions, but seemingly low 200s. Low 200s maybe. We do have way more square footage. We have 1,600 square feet, so I mean those guys are much smaller than us. That sold for 245, a little bit of a different house. That's a 3-2 for one. So I'd have to say, if we could become a 3-2, maybe even 215. Maybe we could get 215 if we're a 3-2. And they're already asking 87, and this thing probably needs 50. So even at this asking price, you'd still probably make a little bit of money on the house if you could throw in 50 and get away with that. But I still think you could probably get this thing for like maybe even $50,000. But I like to stick with cheap flips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was a little worried about this one, but I'll probably just try. I'll try to get him a little lower, but I think that's his bottom right there, and that's why I wanted to hop on, see if it was a deal we can make happen. But
probably a little steeper. I would convert it. So what I do whenever that happens is I say, okay, perfect. So that price, so 350, and then I put in 40K rehab. Now I'm in it for like 400 with closing costs, and then I sell for 415, and I walk away with 395 because of realtor fees. Is that kind of the buyer you're looking for? Every time I say that, they say, "Oh, no, we could do better than that." Because if you just walk through the flip with them, but then they may not understand that because it doesn't necessarily look like a flip. As I look at the property you sent me, I'm thinking to myself, that thing kind of looks like you could live in it, right? And if you could live in it, it's a seller finance deal for me at that price point. You can't rent it out and cash flow. Your mortgage will exceed the rent, and you can't flip it at that price either because it doesn't really need a flip, and the ARV is not too high because of the road. So, I'm thinking that we're probably looking at a seller finance deal on that.
Okay.
And
I've checked property. I think they have some kind of mortgage in place right now, I believe. But maybe there's something that could be done. I know he was trying to sell it on Zillow for like close to a year at 498,000. Not a lot of motivation. He didn't change the price like much at all.
Give him 450 if we can seller finance. I don't think it's worth 498. I don't even think it's worth close to 450.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect, man. Talk soon, okay?
Yeah, thanks for the help.
Bye-bye. I'm so tired. Stacko, your buddy Fidel told me to bring you up. What's going on, man? STACO?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Richard?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. So I DM'd you the information on an offer that I found on Zillow, a triplex in Detroit.
Awesome.
So I spoke, I built good rapport with the realtor. It's a husband and wife. This property is, I guess, in the historical district where the exterior can't be touched, but the first floor needs a complete renovation. It's completely gutted. I think the previous owner was working on it, then he got sick, so he just stopped. And then the top two floors were currently rented out. They hadn't been able to, the realtor told me that they hadn't been able to show the property because there was tenants in there. But now it's free and clear to have anybody come in and take a look at it.
Bear with me. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God.
Yeah, I kind of I saw that message that you put out that you're buying multifamily in Detroit. So I just hopped on Zillow and started looking.
So I'll show you the last 3 multifamily I bought. They are in this condition. That's one thing. So 13605 Tacoma Street, Detroit, Michigan. Let's see if we have photos on this. This is the last one I bought. So this guy right here. Hopefully some photos. Yes, photos. And the photos are old actually, but it was distressed. It was way more distressed than this. It needed a lot of work in it. Okay. So this particular property, I was in much worse condition than this, like a lot worse condition than this. I picked it up for 57,000. The thing is, your deal doesn't cash flow. Your deal doesn't cash flow. And what I mean by that is, if I flip this and I call my buyers and I'm like, "Hey guys, you want to buy my deal?" They're going to be like, "Yeah, but my mortgage is more than you rent out for." And that's a hard thing to do, because a multifamily is first and foremost for an investor, but this one is not going to necessarily cash flow. This is a really pretty layout though. I love what they've done here. That's great. You'd have to get this for a price that cash flows, because look at this, man. Let's say some, it's available for 495. What do you think the ARV is?
When I ran the comps or like the after repair value, I would say like around 520.
Okay, so let's just say we get it for 520,000. Your down payment is going to be like 110K or maybe 105,000. You're looking at a 7% interest rate amortized over 30 years. That's your monthly payment, and then your taxes and insurance are probably actually higher than that. So we should probably grab it from PropStream. So PropStream is going to tell us the monthly payment here. So we're looking at taxes of 2,582, 2,582 divided by 12. I don't necessarily believe that. I think Zillow might be right this time. 761 and 166. And is it a quadplex?
Triplex.
Okay, so get this. This is how much it would cost for a buyer to buy this, right? If we divide that by 3, that would be each unit renting out for $1,200. I bet they go for more than that. What are the tenants paying? You think they're paying like $1,500?
So yeah, the realtor told me that the top 2 floors were renting for $1,400, and then the bottom floor, once renovated, it could go for $2,500 to $2,500.
Interesting. Okay, so 1,400 plus 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you. Okay, so the only thing that I'm concerned about is this. It's going to bring in 5,300. We take 20% off the top for expenses. Now we subtract our mortgage payment. The mortgage payment that the seller has, I think we just determined it was like $3,600. So, we'd be, or what the buyer would have, we'd be making $640 per month. So you'd be making less than you'd make if you bought one of my cheap duplexes per month, which is a hard pill to swallow. So the ideal buyer for this is somebody who wants to live in one side and rent out the other two, like live in the main unit and rent out the other 3 units. And the reason I say that is because your mortgage on this is going to be like $3,600. And if you're bringing in $5,200, it's not a great use of the down payment required. The down payment required is $115,000 plus closing costs. So you're looking at spending $115 to make $600 a month, which is not a great use of money for an investor. So my fear in entering a fix and flip like this would be, if I buy this and I try to sell it to an investor, they'll say the cash on cash is too low. And I would have to rely on a retail buyer, and retail buyers are unpredictable, especially with multifamily. So when I'm flipping a multifamily, I flip for cash on cash return. And what that means is that if I renovate the property, it'll cash flow at 25% or above. So this thing right here, and not for me, for the buyer. If I buy this thing at say 75,000 and I put 30 into it, I'm going to be in this thing for 110K with closing costs. This thing will rent out for like $3,000 per month. You could buy this thing up to 160,000 and still have an amazing cash on cash. And ultimately what it comes down to is this mortgage payment being significantly below the rent in relation to the down payment. So if I have to put down 115K down payment, I need $115,000 worth of cash flow. And unfortunately, $600 of cash flow is like 35K worth of cash flow or less.
Yeah, I got you. Would it be an option for seller financing because it is free and clear?
I don't know, because then you have to bring the rehab money to the table. Because if you purchase a property, like for example, I just bought this thing in Detroit, 11461 Sanford. When I bought this, the lender sent me 25K to renovate. But if I buy that on seller finance, I've got to come up with my 25,000. But somebody might be willing to do that. Somebody might be willing. I think somebody else might flip it, just not me. I need to flip and have a good cash on cash return, because at the end of the day, dude, I'd have to hold you at gunpoint to use your money this way. And what I mean by that is if I broke into your house and I stole 115K from you, and as you're kicking and screaming, I'm like, wait, it's okay. I'll give you $600 a month. You're like, that doesn't even scratch the surface. And I'm like, well, okay. I'll also give you a job and having to worry about your tenants. What about that? So like 600 a month, and you have to work a little bit. You're like,
okay,
you still stole from me, bruh. And that's what the buyer's thinking. The buyer's thinking, man, if I put my 115 into this, what can I put my 115 into? And the reality is 115,000. Well, I'll give you an example. So this is a deal I have right now. The monthly payment on this is like 3,000 and it's rented for 5,800, and the down payment is 47. So if you put your 115 into that, you can't put your 47 in here, even though the 47 makes you more at the same price point. So it's an opportunity cost thing at the end of the day. You could try to sell or finance it, but I'd be pretty 50-50 as to whether or not it would sell, because this is down to the studs needing probably $50,000 of rehab in just one of the units. So it's a hard one, man, because flipping it's only for a retail buyer because it doesn't cash flow very well, or an investor who doesn't do their numbers very well. And then seller financing it, you'd have to come up with a rehab money. So it's kind of a pickle, man. You could try to seller finance it or just do a steep low ball. But I'll be honest, this is a hard deal.
Yeah, that's what my initial offer was. What my letter of intent was 215. And then she just responded with a counter offer for 475. So essentially she was agreeing, but she's just saying like, yeah, you need to increase your price.
There's 4 meters. I don't know if that's a shared living space meter. My quadplex has a 5th meter for a shared living space. I wonder if it's a quadplex or a triplex. But yeah, my fear is it just doesn't cash flow for my end buyers, and I flip specifically for cash flow.
Got you.
Yeah. Anyways.
So this would only work if there was a deep discount.
Yeah, like an offensively low discount. It's just the people who buy my multifamily consistently, they really care about the monthly payment in relation to the down payment and the cash flow.
Got you. All right, sounds good.
Yeah, and Alina, I'll bring you up tomorrow. I'm really exhausted today. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., remind me to bring up Alina.
Okay, I added it.
But Alina, because I want you to succeed. In the meantime, I will get you my portfolio. So Alina, here's my portfolio just in case you need it. And then next, probably Devin. What's up, Devin?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing well today. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well, thanks. I sent you a couple deals. One's a seller finance in Utah. It might not be a deal, but it's below 10% down payment, and but it doesn't cash flow. And then the other is an off market in Detroit. It's a single family 3-1, but for $62,000, and it's pretty turnkey.
So, for the one in Utah, you better have a super low interest rate and it better be really pretty. What is the rate on the Utah one?
The rate on the Utah one is
41,000 steps in a day. Oh my God.
It's a 6.625.
It would need to be $0 down. Unfortunately, you can always submit it to us and we'll shoot our shot at it. But mortgage takeovers with high interest rates that don't cash flow are for retail buyers, and the only way we can attract a retail buyer is a comparable down payment to an FHA loan.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I figured that was the case, but I know sometimes randomly, and there's no way to really refinance that or anything, because then that's still going to take money too. They're going to have to qualify, right?
A refinance, it just wouldn't really help us with anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So when I have a house so I did do a deal like that. I'll show you a deal like that. So this was probably 8 months ago. I probably did this 8 months ago. It was 7818 Open Point in Cypress, Texas, $5,000 assignment fee. The seller sold me their house with a 7% interest rate for $0 down, right? And I was able to find a buyer to put $5K down. And the reason I was able to find a buyer for $5K down is because it's Houston, Texas. Cypress is Houston. And then look at the interior. You know, it was really cool. Somebody really wanted to live there. So very clean, very nice looking interior. And at the end of the day, it was $5K to enter the deal. So actually a member out of the Discord was like, oh, Houston, I'll buy that for my parents for $5K down. So they did. So if you can get a 6, and it had a 6 or 7% interest rate. So if you can get a 6 or 7% interest rate for $5K down or $0 down, you know, we might be able to find a retail buyer. It just needs to be pretty like this and in a main location, kind of like Provo or Salt Lake City if it's Utah.
Yeah, it's not far from Salt Lake. It's in Ogden. It's just north.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it. So yeah, if you were able to get that, it's hard because you got an agent and your agent probably wants $20K, right?
No, well, so she had it at 18, but that was with everything, with like all the fees, and then it wasn't selling, so she dropped it. But still, I just know it's hard when it doesn't cash flow, because I think like rent's at like 1,800, and everything with PITI, it's like at 22, 23.
Good stuff, man. I would say I would say if you could get that, yeah, it's hard. Agents there. If you have an agent there, it's really hard.
Yeah. What about that turnkey for 62,000 in Detroit?
Now
It's only a 3-1.
That sounds good. That sounds good. I'm checking your Detroit one. Comps would be 120. I mean, that would be pretty crazy. I'm gonna see the address. Is it Indiana? Indiana Street.
I think it's Terrell Street. I think I sent you the address. Or maybe I didn't.
Listed at 90 would take 77.5. Okay, this is turnkey. I don't have that address.
Here, it's I'll send you it. My bad. I was just texting him. Here it comes. Sorry. I think I did the spot crime already.
No worries. This one is about rent versus mortgage payment.
I think rent's at like 1252 or so.
Zillow rental manager. So this is one you could submit to my team. I see rent at 1232. Cool. and you got it at 62. Yeah, I mean, your cash on cash would be not bad. $62,000 would give you a mortgage of about maybe 570, 580 per month. So you're probably paying 580 per month and bringing in 1,200, and you only have to put down about 20K to enter the deal. So your cash on cash is fine. This is kind of a toss up because the discount's not that high, but also nobody can really see the discount if it's only listed there. So you could submit that to my team. I'm not sure what would happen with that one.
Okay, 50-50.
Yeah, 50-50. Just not sure about that.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely. Talk soon. And guys, remember, you can always post on the Buy Box Cartel Marketplace day after day after day after day. We are having more and more and more listings getting posted there. All right, last one for the day, Mr. Cookie Eater. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well today. How can I help you out?
So, I called this property back in January. It was the first property I called, and I haven't really gotten anything else going because I've been like on and off, but this property stays on my mind because I know the seller is willing to do seller finance. It's just his terms. I don't know if what would work with the buyers that we have. So he wants to do 5%. The property is, I think I DM'd it. I think I sent it to you. It's 84 Transit Street.
I don't have anything in my DMs now. I just sent you a hi and added you as a friend.
Okay. One second. But I just I sent it. I talked to the realtor a ton, and I've offered. I think. Let me look at the terms that I've offered. In January, it was originally at 2.05, and I offered 2.15 for 7 years, 3% interest, with I think like just 10% down.
Okay. Would you mind? Did you DM me the address?
Yes. 1 second. Let me just double check that.
I'm not seeing it now.
I sent it to you over on Instagram. Did you get it?
Oh, I've probably got like 10,000 DMs on Instagram. I don't have a way to see that.
No worries. Let me move it over.
Yeah, just DM it to me on Discord if you would.
Doing it now. Okay. Just get that.
Yep.
All right. So this is in Providence, and realtor reached back out to me when he dropped it to 1.8. I made an offer then, nothing, and then they recently just dropped it to 1.6, and I realized that there's another property that they've been dropping at like the same rate. Would it, at the same rate as this one, would it be worth it to like try and get them to do both properties and just similar terms, just negotiate for that 6 years with both properties?
Yeah, I think both properties could be great. Focusing on this one first, you got them down to, so you're at their asking price now of 1.695.
Yeah, I'm just at their asking
and then
price.
you said you got a down payment of 10%.
Yep, 10% for this one.
Cool. Wow.
10%.
So that's phenomenal. This, the last time we did a deal up here in New England, it was a $70,000 assignment with Jesimar. So that was life changing. So looking at this deal here,
the only thing is they want 5 years, and I'm just not sure if that's, or a 5-year balloon, and I'm not sure if that's
it's very close. 6 years would be just fine. I think 5 is very close. 6 would be better. Interesting interior of this property. Their decorations are interesting.
Yeah, I think it's just a bunch of Brown students in there, so it's right next to Brown.
I forgot where this was. Okay. That's a school. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. So okay, so that's good. What does it bring in?
13.2.
Woo! What is your monthly payment?
I do not know. I haven't. This is an offer I'm try to see if it's worth making. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
definitely. We just need to know if they have a mortgage on the property. Everything you've said so far is amazing.
Everything is it's free and clear.
Great. Okay, so
Um,
this is huge. I would love to offer them. I mean, damn, if you could get 5,000 or 6,000 a month, that would be awesome. I think your taxes on this bad boy are going to be crazy. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Highest taxes I've ever seen. $35,000 a year in taxes. Oh my god! You pay $29.16 per month in taxes. I bet your insurance is crazy too. Your insurance is $565. So, I wonder if we could pay them I wonder if we could pay him 5,000. So if you pay him 5,000, yeah. So 5,000, 13, maybe 4,500, maybe 4,500, because then you're making 5 per month, which is really good. So yeah, if you could offer him $4,500 a month, letting him know that you'll pay taxes and insurance on top of that, just saying, hey, taxes are $3,000 per month. It's insane out here.
Okay. Okay. And then so let me write that down. All right.
So,
And then do you have any tips for like trying to incentivize them? The only thing to do 6 years, the only thing I can think of is adding that second property on top.
yeah. That definitely helps. I think you could definitely do that if the terms are just as good. But if the terms are bad, it'll taint the entire deal. So the reason I like this one is because if you can get $4,500 a month in payments, that means your all-in payments are $8,000 and you're bringing in $13,000 per month for less than $200 down, which is amazing. So this would be really, really awesome if we could do both of them, but only if the terms are or if the property's rent and terms are similar. You could also just you could increase the purchase price a little bit to get that balloon up. You could say, hey, look,
He won't do it. I already tried. Yeah.
It's not worth walking away at 5 years. It's worth shooting our shot at 5 years, but buyers really love to have a longer balloon than that. Just six is perfect, but yeah, pair them together. Ask for 6 years if you pair them together.
Okay.
Yeah, this is so no, I mean, I just want to say if you got the offer we discussed accepted, it would probably make $50,000, maybe more.
Okay.
That would,
I'll definitely try. The realtor is really cool. So I just looked at his portfolio. It's crazy. I didn't realize how crazy his portfolio was. So I'm hoping, he's willing to just let these two go,
When you do one, they let you have access to the rest.
Yeah. So I'll definitely give him a call probably tomorrow.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's really awesome.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Catch you later. Oh, all right. Let's am I not on stage anymore? What happened? Oh, okay, I am. How do you find this portfolio? Linked properties on hashtag PropStream. PropStream has it right there. Okay. Oh my God, my legs. Ow. Dude, that really slow. I did like a super slow 415 squat, like 8 reps, but like moving in slow motion. Oh my God, I can barely walk. Wow. That's good soreness. How much am I losing today? Stay in the negative. That's right. If you saw my video, you'll see I just lived there. Oh my God, it's the damn Apple Watch. Okay, we're giving away an Apple Watch. So if you guess my question right, I'll give you an Apple Watch. I'm serious. People are laughing. They don't think I'm serious, but I'm serious. I will. You repped 415? Yeah, you want to see? I did 8 4x8 on it. Yeah, 4x8 reps. Is it still there? It's not, but I'll tell you what, I'll add it to my bodybuilding highlight right now. Edit highlight, stories. How do I add this to my highlight? There it is. Whoa. Yeah, check it out. It's like it was like slow motion too. So there's like 8 plates on that. But look at that. I did not slow down the video. I just purposely kept it super slow, but this currently has me like unable to move. And I love it. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to do a number today because we're going to do a random number between 1 and 100 for Discord only. What platform do you have to be on to win? It's Discord. This is Discord. Do you do teaching? Yeah. If you guys want to, guys, we haven't posted anything yet, but if you guys want to join the Hold My Hand Wholesale Club, it's the first link in my bio, and we do giveaways all the time. Last time I gave away an Apple Watch was like a couple days ago. Okay. Damn, I've been wearing red in like almost every one of my videos recently. Okay, so let me think of a number between 1 and 100, and I'm going to write it here. Okay, I have my number written down, and I'm going to put a line in the chat. We're not ready yet. Come on, we're not ready yet. So I'm going to put a line in the chat, and when I put my line in the chat, as soon as you see the line, post. You get one guess. If you guess twice, you lose. If you guess twice, you lose. So the way that this is going to work, just for Discord, is that I have a number written on my phone right now. There's a sneaky number on my phone. I'm going to put the line in the chat, and then you're going to guess. You get one guess. If I see you guess twice, I'm sorry, you're out. So make sure you don't guess twice. Get your numbers ready. 3, 2, 1. It's in the chat. Holy shit, there's a lot of you. Okay, I'm going to give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Line is in the chat. Okay, so anything before the line, anything after the line doesn't count. The number was 41. The number was 41. So if somebody guessed 41, I'm giving you an Apple Watch. Oh my God, you guessed 41. Wow, no way. And you guessed it quickly. And I don't think you've ever won anything before. Andrew, you win.
Yo, that's what's up.
You win, Andrew. So Andrew, give me name, address, phone number in my DMs, and we will ship you an Apple Watch.
I appreciate that.
Do you have a color preference for your Apple Watch?
Could you say the options?
Let's see what's in stock. Navy blue or black?
Yeah, black is good.
Okay. Space gray.
Yeah, that works.
All right. All right. Well, we got that ready for you. Just DM me name, address, phone number, and we will ship it to you, and I will send you a confirmation of the order. Here's a question in the chat. I'd like your opinion. I'm currently building an agent stack that automates lead finding all the way to scheduling, if not scheduled. So that's more for off-market real estate. I don't do off-market real estate as much as I do on-market real estate. And I don't know. We don't really have appointments. There's no appointments. I just do, and there's not really a lot of, I mean, I guess there's leads, right? But it's different. I call agents and we just call the agents, you know, we just have to follow up and follow up and follow up and follow up. Okay. So we got that. Dude, we do so many deals next to where you live.
Yeah.
Deal after deal after deal out there. It would be nice for you to do deals in the market that you live in, because you live in such a poppin' market. Like that's probably our top 4 markets right there.
Right. That's a goal.
What you want to be looking for is 90K houses, getting those for like 60, 65, and then you're making 5 to 10K a pop there. They can be distressed or turnkey. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I think we prefer distressed in Birmingham because your rent is super low in Birmingham.
Okay, bet.
All right. I'm going to send you confirmation of order now. Confirmation of order is in your DMs. Your Apple Watch will be there in Friday. It'll be there by Friday.
Yo, thank you, man.
Absolutely. Catch you on the next one, okay?
All right.
See ya. All right, guys, if you want to join Hold My Hand Wholesale and what we have going on here, this is not the only live stream. Another live stream will happen. So if you want to spend your night learning how to, I mean, oh my God, look at the stack. Look how big the stack is getting, guys. You guys see how big the stack is getting? Look how big it's getting. It's a big stack of checks right there. If you want to learn how to get stacks of checks, big ass deals, well, click the link in my bio and attend the live stream, and we'll hold your hand. We've got 6 hours of classes per day. You don't have to show up to all of them, but try to show up to some of them. I try to go live 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday. So I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye-bye. Instagram, link in bio. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. YouTube, what's up, dog? I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out. If you want to join Hold My Hand Wholesale, the link will be in my bio. Bye-bye.